Okay, so what's up there guys, and welcome back to Dig It Detecting. Welcome also to another amazing day. I tell you what, we have been so lucky with the weather lately. Just absolute cracker days, beautiful blue skies at 9 o'clock in the morning once the fog lifts, and just amazing to get out and enjoy detecting. So that's what we're doing today. However, we are back at an old school site, another school site. I know I've got so many old schools to hunt, and I just love hunting them. This is, however, quite an easy one to get onto. This was, or is actually I should say, my uncle's land, and it actually was originally a part of the land that I used to dairy farm on. So I used to be a share farmer out here, basically run all this land with all my cows, and I used to milk in a little dairy up the road. So I milked about 180 cows on a 7-a-side swing over. So really cool. We have been here for about probably 15 minutes. We've just stepped our way through the gate. We've got the car out on the road. I do not want to risk bringing it in here and basically getting bogged. We do not have the patrol anymore, remember? So we've just got the Commodore out on the road, tucked away safely there. We've been sort of humming around, zigzagging, just trying to hit on any more coins. We have been here before in the past. We've had some good success. However, I've not been back here for about a year and a half now. So it's been quite a while, and I rang my uncle Andrew this morning. He basically just touched base with me there the other week, shot me through a message, and shared and showed an old pendant that he found, which I'll show you later. I'll get to that later. We won't get sidetracked now. However, I shot through a call there this morning, and Andrew said, look, just go where you like, mate. He owns a lot of property out here, a lot of different old house sites, school sites, what have you. He said, look, just go where you like. So I said to him we might touch base with the old school site down the road there from where I used to farm. And long story short, wow. I said to Andrew, no site is ever fully done. We've been here for what, 10-15 minutes. It's 11:20, 11:23 on the watch. Been here for about 10-15 minutes, running the Equinox 800 with the 11-inch coil. And as I said, wow, a little bit speechless there, just looking at this guy popping out. We've got ourselves our first target, and wouldn't you know it, florin magnet here, wouldn't you know it, it's a bloody florin. So isn't that amazing? Isn't that just amazing? Let me give you a clean up. I'll explain a little bit about this school site. We have found silvers and pendants and cap guns here before. The school sites are always just amazing to hunt. However, this school site did not have the longest standing history. It was sort of, petitioned by the locals. Let me just give that guy a bit more of a clean up. Petitioned by the locals, for a school that was needed in this area. Well, some 40-50 years later, after the school come about in operation, it then got shut down, and it consolidated and moved, joined up with another school in the area, like a lot did around here. So awesome stuff. We cannot get a date just yet. I'm thinking 1940 on that guy. A beautiful one florin, Australian florin. These guys are worth 24 pennies or 24 pence. So quite a lot of money to lose back in the day. As I always say to people, a florin is almost like you losing like a $50 note today, or you'd almost say a $100 note today. I know that's probably sounds a little bit extravagant. However, back in the day, people weren't as wealthy as what some are today either. There wasn't not a lot of money around. So back in the day, to lose 24 pence or one florin, 2 shillings, that was a lot of money. So awesome stuff. We are going to keep going. We're going to get under those trees there, because I remember that was a little bit of a honey pot for the coins. A lot of people gathering under those beautiful old oak trees there. So we'll keep going, and what a great way, what a ripper way to start this video. Let's see if we can continue that success, shall we? Okay, so we might have our next good target here, a 2021. He is jumping around quite a bit though. There's a lot of mixed signals there, a lot of rust. I think we might be on top of the original school right now. To be honest, I don't really know exactly where it was. It's something I need to catch up with my uncle Andrew and ask him for future, because over the fence there in the next paddock, there is a little bit of an electric fence there. Over in the next side of the paddock there is the original garden beds, what have you, and then it goes up onto a big rocky stone barrier. We're out in a bit of a volcanic area, volcanic region today. Basically though, look, this is really the only flat sort of area up on the hill. So if, you know, if I was going to put a school anywhere, and you can see the allotment of trees running in a row there, I would put the school right here where we're standing right now. And exactly what I was saying, it's a very, very trashy area. So I dare say a lot of the building remains, remnants, what have you, is what we are picking up on. All those false and not so much false, but all those iron signals coming through. Probably a lot of rusty nails in the ground. Let's give this guy a look though. And hopefully he's sitting in between, you know, like hopefully his little coin sitting in between a rusty nail. There's quite a bit going on in that bit of a swing there in the detector. The screen was jumping around quite a bit. So we could be onto nothing. We could be onto something. Let's go deeper. He's right in the back there. Very volcanic soil too, so you see how the pinpointer sort of goes off. No matter where you put it, like you'd almost think the target was up in the plug there. It's not though. It's right there. So it's just very volcanic soil. It just, as you can see, it just goes off everywhere you sort of throw that pinpointer. So, and you can ground balance the pinpointers out, holding them next to some clean soil as you turn them on. However, you got to be careful you don't put it near the target and turn it on, because then you'll ground balance the target out and you won't hear it. So there we go. I think, yeah, there we go. We were hitting on a bit of barbed wire there. So rusty bit of barbed wire. That's probably giving us those really jumpy signals that we've seen. Still a pretty cool piece to dig though, and also remove out of the paddock. Let's just make sure there's nothing else. I said that the pinpointer goes off everywhere you sort of put it. So what we'll do is we'll stand back up with the detector and just clarify that that was the only target in that hole. This being very volcanic soil out here basically makes it quite tricky. So I will be digging a lot more. Well, there we go. We may have just cleaned that hole up a bit. And we may still have our target in the hole. So there we go. We may have just removed a bit of rust on that one. We might still get lucky here. Let's open him up a little bit deeper. Could also be a lot of junk coming through and still interfering with that detector. It's worth another try though, definitely. This could be our next silver coin. He's still there. Or it could be another bit of bloody barbed wire. Oh, look at that. Look at that. There we go. That is why you've really got to try and determine your signals. Oh, someone took a bite out of him. I wonder why. We only went in about 6 times digging him out. Never mind. It's a roo penny, I can see, just on the side. Give a bit of a clean up. We'll have a look together. He is damaged now. Someone took a bite out of him. But look, that was a really great example. I'm really glad I kept the camera rolling there. We snuck out a coin out of that really trashy hole. The Equinox 800 and 600. Look, and the Vanquish series, they have some really great separation. But, you know, if you're not concentrating, you know, or if you're sort of in a hurry or in a rush, you'd almost skip over those signals. So you see, he was a very choppy, sketchy signal one way, and then he disappeared the other into all the rust. All the rust was interfering and blocking that coin signal. So he might have even been laying on his side, that coin. Well worth persisting for though, wasn't it? What a bloody ripper. We'll throw him back in there. And let's just double check that we've got that signal out, and we'll give you a listen to what that hole sounds like without the coin or the rusty nail there. There you go, our signal's gone. Our high signal's gone. We've still got a lot of other signals in the ground there. We may even have another one there beside him. You can hear the rust, but you can hear that chirp, that real high chirp. So what we might do is we might determine this guy. We may even give him a dig. If it's something special, we'll come back and give you a look. Rightio, so working under the old oak trees here, beautiful old oak trees, well over 100 years old, I am sure. Probably planted by the kids there originally. We've got our next coin though, a nice old penny sitting in the bottom of the hole there. He was ringing up quite loud. I've done under these trees here before too, quite a bit, so one that we must have missed. You just, look, no site is ever really done, fully done, and I think, you know, in the last sort of few rounds of those videos out at the old school site, we've pulled all those coins off the back oval. I think that has really proved it. So we've been back there for what, 8 rounds now, 9 rounds, you know, coming up for the 9th round I should say. So just amazing. There we have our next penny, a beautiful Commonwealth penny, or not so beautiful I should say. He has seen better days, but another coin all the same anyway. I just love finding the pennies, and especially the silver coins. Let's fill this messy hole in and let's move on to the next. This is only a cow paddock, so as long as we fill the dirt in, that'll be quite okay. So anyway, as I said, we'll try and find something else under the trees here. If not, we're going back out in the sun. So we'll see you on the next target. Well then, that did not take long at all, did it? We just got our last penny out of there. As I said, we were going to go back out in the sun if we couldn't find nothing else. That did not take long at all though. That's right beside the next one. 19 there. Dare say he's part of a coin spill. So we've got the penny out of there, the full penny, the Commonwealth. This could be a little half penny, being that he is a 19. Let's just dig a massive hole, shall we? We won't really have to be neat out here. As I said though, it could be a half penny, or fingers crossed, even a 6pence. That'd be much better, wouldn't it? So see if we can get a nice silver 6pence. Oh, we got him out, we've got him dislodged. Let's have a look, fingers crossed, 6pence. He seems big, seems like he's going to be a penny to me. Yeah, so there we go. He's part of that little coin spill there. We do too. We've got ourselves a little 1/2 penny. Let's give him a quick clean up. He looks like he's in better condition than the full penny that we just got, didn't we? Doesn't it? So there we go. What do we got? 1932 or 1912? Very hard to read that date. I am going to put my money on it being a, let's give him one more rub. I was going to say, on it being a 1. However, it sort of looks like it's got a bit of a kick in it, doesn't it? So I'll have another look. 19, yeah, look, I think 1912. So we'll leave it at that. He's a 1/2 penny, a 1912. And look, once we get home, like we always do, we can clean him up and share and show and give you a look exactly what date that is. So I'm not sure if it's a rare date or not. We've been snagging a few nice rare coins lately. The 1921 1 shilling the other week at the old school site. What a bloody cracker that was. There's only what, 500,000 minted, a little over 500,000, so a little over 500,000 of those coins minted for the whole of Australia. So quite a rare one. Considered very scarce. There's a lot of signals going on here. We have the all iron mode button in today. We're going to listen to it all, as I said before, and also dig out anything that sounds promising. What was that? Nothing. A lot of rust in the ground. Anyway, as I said, we'll keep going. If we find anything good, we'll come back and show you a look. If not, we are venturing back out in that sun. Wow, there we go, digging out the lower numbers today. As I said there at the start of this video, we're just digging it all today, digging from 0 through to 40, listening to everything, including all those rusty signals. And look at what we just found in a solid 18. We've got a little Scottish dog. It looks like he's paying a set of bagpipes. How awesome is that? It's like a little brooch. It is a brooch. There we go, little pins on the back. He is going to be like a silver gilded or silver plated, I dare say. Nice little brooch. There we go. That is bloody awesome. I cannot wait to see this guy cleaned up at the end of the video. We're in a bit of a really trashy area too, I should say too. We're working our way up the hill, up near the stone rock barrier. And we've got targets all over the place. This one just stood out to me first off. So there we have a little Scottish dog. Let me zoom back in there. There he goes. Put him in the sun. One to clean up and share and show at the end of this video. I wonder what will come out next. Okay, so moving on from that awesome little dog brooch, I just walked out in the sun. I took a few awesome little pictures of him. What an amazing little piece. Anyway, as said, we're in a very trashy, very trashy area. I probably should have that little 6-inch baby hands coil on. However, it is not really, will not really cover enough ground here for me today, hence why I use the 11-inch. However, long story short, I know I love to talk. Look what just come out. Now, I know that does not look all too special. However, that tells me one thing. He has broken off, or he's part of a cap gun. So let's have a look. I just flicked the camera on really quick as soon as I seen that piece come out. We've still got the pinpointer on. Let's see what else we can remove. I think he's already well and truly busted and broken. There we go, there's another piece. I think I may have even done a little bit of damage to him too. There we go. There, yeah, as I said, well and truly broken. But little part of a toy cap gun there straight away, and tells me that we could potentially find the rest. And there he is, a little Aussie made cap gun. We've got one of these at home too. Unfortunately, they do not last in the ground all that well. So never mind, even if I did hit him with the shovel, accidentally, of course. Let's see if we've got any more in there. Even if I did hit him with the shovel accidentally, he well and truly was disintegrated before we got to him. I'd say pieces are still going to be coming out. So anyway, we'll try and get out what we can out of this. There's another piece there. Try and get what we can out of this. I don't think we'll retrieve any more that's going to really make it more worthwhile though to keep. So that's all right. We'll try and get a little bit more out, and we're going to keep going around this really trashy area. We've got some rock foundations over there that I can see. We also passed a bit of a stone wall there. I'll just zoom you in, and you can have a look what some stone wall that the kids have possibly built, maybe even part of their garden beds, which I'll take you over and show you later. So really cool. We might just fish out a little bit more, as I said, and then we'll come back if we find anything good. Another cap gun. It just steps away from the last too. You can see the hole there behind my foot. So 21, 22, 1 bar of depth. Something sitting on the surface. It's not going to be a coin, and it's going to be something quite large. I can just sort of tell by the way it's pinpointing and ringing up. I don't even think we might get him in that scoop. He might be a little bit deeper than that. Let's have a look. He could be another cap gun, as I mentioned there in the other week's video. Round 7 or round 8 was it? I'm getting confused. The cap guns generally ring in around 21, 22, 23 sort of thing. Some of them can fall a little bit lower, you know, a little Aussie Mighty Mite cap guns. They can fall a little bit lower to like 20, you know, even 18 or what have you, sorry. But then some can go up quite high. So let's have a look. We've got something in the back wall there. Quite a big target. Let's get around the back of him. I may have even hit him then. Let's hope it's not an intact cap gun. Wouldn't that be a shame? It's not going to be. That's something quite large. That's a stirrup. That is a stirrup, if I've ever seen one before. Wow, awesome. We did not break him. I think we did hit him. We did not break him though. You can see there the patina on the end. Once it focuses, we have not made a clean break. He's not going to focus on the other end there. Ha, that is awesome. An old stirrup. The kids used to ride their horses to school, so there would have been a horse paddock around here somewhere, possibly where the kids were tying their horses up. Focus, focus. There you go. Sort of focusing. It's having trouble. It's trying to pick up and read through, you know, focus through the actual bottom piece there. So, and we're in the shade. Different, you know, bits of sun poking through the trees, making it hard for the camera to pick up. What a bloody ripper. What a ripper. I was not going to come out detecting today too, you know. I had a lot to do at home. I got a lot of footage and videos to edit and film and finish conclusions for. I tell you what, some of those days you just go, bugger it, I'm going out. Let's sit him up on the fence post because he's going to weigh my pouch down. Some of those days we're just like, bugger it, I'm going out regardless. The jobs, you know, the washing can wait, the lawns can wait, all the stuff that, the ritual stuff that you got to do at home, it can wait. And you go out and you have the most best days detecting ever. Today's sort of turning into, well, it is one of those days already. We're having an absolute great day. So Florin, a little Scottish dog brooch, awesome stuff, and the stirrup now. And we need to continue on. Probably, look, there's some spots of this school I've never done, just wandering down the back paddock there, just imagining, you know, the kids going off and kicking the footy, playing a game, round of cricket. I really don't know where the sporting oval was at this site, because the land is very higgly-piggly, you know, rock barriers, what have you, everywhere. So I need to find, you know, that open space of ground, possibly over in that direction towards the road, where they may have used as a sporting oval. It's certainly not that way. That way is, just as I said, a rock barrier. So keep going, find anything good, we'll come back and give you a look. Okay, so we're back from lunch, surrounded by the box thorn hedge now, which would have been planted originally as a bit of a fence or a bit of a hedge for the front of the school. I do believe the entryway to the school was sort of in between those two trees there, where we've got the Commodore Park for today. I was going to show you too the garden beds. I'll just give you a quick look. There is really not too much to see. I'll just sit the detector there. We do have a signal right beside this box thorn hedge, full of bees too. It's buzzing, it's humming away. So that is an original rock bed. You really cannot see it too well because the cows have not mowed the grass down good enough. They have not done a good job, but you can sort of see the outline of rocks running around. So, oh, the detector's going quite noisy. Anyway, we've also got some rock foundations up the top there, some more garden beds, what have you. As I said, you're really not going to be able to see them all that well. So anyway, we're going to go back to the detector now, see why it's going haywire. Oh dear, it's having a moment. What's it doing? Cases like this. Wow, there's a lot of targets in the air. I'm just going to run a noise cancel. I know why it's happening. It's because I just flicked the camera on. So my phone's probably hunting for service. So back to normal, and let's dig this target. Once I find him, there he is. A lot of trash in this ground. You can really hear how much is going on. We might have another target there too. We sure do. We're going to dig him in a second. Right next to the bee bush. Let's go back to the original one first. I will say too, we're leading over to the edge of the allotment. So while I was sitting there having lunch, I grabbed my lunch out of the car. I actually packed my own lunch today. I sat down there under the tree. Just sort of thought, you know, sat and looked at this site. Thought about it, you know, where was the original school, because I really don't know. I need to, my uncle Andrew actually has an original picture of this school. So that's going to be the key to it. I just have not caught up with him. He is a busy man all the time. So, and lately, I won't just say lately, we're just been so busy lately ourselves. So anyway, we will catch up with him and see the original picture of this school. It's definitely going to help ID this side a little bit better, isn't it? So there we have a bottle top. Thought it was going to be a ring then. Nothing special at all. A little aluminium bottle top. So let's hope that next guy is a coin, and we can get one of those guys out on camera too. He was a high signal too, 35, 39, something like that. It was quite high signal. So he could be a coin. I was really hoping that last signal was going to be a coin. So as I said, we're getting to the edge of the allotment though, not far away from where my dairy used to be at my old house. So there we have it, not a coin. Damn, a little bit of rubbish. So quite a trashy area, isn't it? Never mind, we will show you too quickly. I said I'm going to wander up and show you. This is kind of the edge of the allotment right here, which sort of tell, you know, the last big pine tree that's been planted. A bit of a rock wall there, or rock barrier. So the edge of the allotment of this school used to run up over the hill there, just a little bit, just sort of where the hill flattens back out again. And it used to run all the way back behind that big old pine tree up the back there, where we got the Scottish dog brooch, all the way over to those other oak trees, and then all the way back to where I sat and had lunch, as I said there before, under those other oak trees on the fence there. I'll just show you too quickly, as I said at the start of this video, this used to be all part of my land that I share farmed. I spent some years dairy farming. I was an apprentice dairy farmer Cert 3 in agriculture, horticulture. I went through, did my apprenticeship. I went off to work for a few people, and then I got kindly offered a position here to dairy farm, to share farm with my uncle Andrew. So basically that was my little dairy right over in the back there, little seven-a-side swing over. And at my peak, when all my cows were in calving, I was milking over 180 cows. And there was my house there with little palm trees. So awesome stuff. We're very shaky, aren't we? Awesome stuff. That's where I used to be there, though. I was only about probably, what, 18, 19? So it was some time ago. And yeah, look, as I said, dairy farm there for a while. It was a tough gig too. I was up at 4:45 every morning. And, you know, working as a dairy farmer is one thing. But running your own farm, I tell you what, it's a complete other ball game. You're up all hours of the morning. You know, when my cows were in calving, I was up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning going to check them. You know, when make sure there was none that were getting eaten by foxes, or you know, none that were having trouble calving, and you'd have to be out there helping them. And it was cold at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and you'd get out there and you'd be covered in stuff, I'll just say, helping give birth to these calves. Pretty satisfying though, I will say. Like, I had some you know, some very satisfying moments out here, running my own farm. Had my name on the gate. Really cool. So really cool. I've done a lot of different things in my life, so everything that I've done has led me up to where I am today. So I never regret anything. However, that did not, that venture did not work out in the end. I moved on to different things. So I left dairy farming, and I haven't been back to it since. I went on to become a mechanic and do a few other things. So right, very trashy ground. We're nearly at the border of the allotment, as I said too. So we're going to shoot up that direction now, back into the sun. Let's see what else we can find here, and we'll come back, give you a look. Rightio, we've got our next target. I tell you what, it has taken some time too. We've even busted the jumper off. Look out, it's hanging up over in the tree there. So we were over there after lunch, over the other side of the fence. We walked a lap all the way up to that rock barrier, and nothing to show for it. So a reason why we didn't hit the camera and hit the go button. Back under the shade here though, I thought let's mix it up. Let's just try going back under the shade here. We did get the flora on there this morning, right over the back there, and that was just sort of swing like a wild man. You know, I had no rhyme or reason as to where I was going this morning, and bingo, we nailed the flora. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to walk around like a weirdo and see what we can find. I tell you what, it's already paying off, because we have our first target there. And as I said, it's been a while since my last dig. I feel like Alcoholics Anonymous. Hi, my name's Luke. It's been a while since my last target. So let's have a look what this guy is. I'm pretty excited to see what he is, because as I said, we've not dug anything for a while. There he is. I can spot him straight away. A nice old penny sitting in the bottom of the hole there. Let's take a scoop and let's see what we've got. It's a half. A little half penny. There we go. And he's a roo. I can tell just by the look of him. Let's give him a wipe up. I don't think we're going to be able to get a date. No, certainly not. Certainly not. So he is a kangaroo penny though. I can just see. Oh, there he is, that side. 1941. We are going to get a date. I was looking at the wrong side there. I was going to say, I can just see a George's head on the back. It's not George. That's a kangaroo. Whoops. Never mind. First half penny in quite a while. As I said, we were on the other side of the fence there. It just was not happening. So we're going to mix it up, walk like a weirdo, and see what else we can find. Right, check that out. I find number 2 walking like a weirdo, straight behind or straight in front of the next one. I'll tell you what, this is just, it's paying itself off, isn't it? No one to see me out here swing like a madman. So let's just try and, as I said, walk around fast and zigzag and really had no rhyme or reason to what we're doing. Let's just see what we can find, because you just never know. Like that florin, he completely caught me off, you know, by surprise. I had no idea I was going to get a florin out of that hole. I had no idea I was even going to get a target that far away from where I suspect the school site was up on the hill there. And this block, you know, I showed you there before where the other allotment ends. So the allotment ended up there where I showed you my old dairy farm over the hill. Well, this is the other end of the allotment right here, this last set of trees right there. So you can imagine a straight line running all the way probably back to that little guy there, that little tree there, a bit over the hill once again, once it flattens out, and then running all the way back to the barrier, or pretty much running all the way back to that pine tree standing up there. So a pretty big school site, like all of them. However, I don't really know where the sporting oval was. You know, I think if the school site sat up there on the hill somewhere, which it no doubt did, the flattest area, you know, would have been here. But then if you look at it, it's running off into a bit of a drainage ditch. So it would have also been possibly the wettest area. It gets quite wet out here during winter too. I should know. I used to dairy farm out here. Oh, there he is right there. Another penny sitting there on the surface pretty much. Well, once we dug him out, we didn't not even need that pinpointer though. What a cracker, what a cracker. I said I was going to stay home today. However, I am so glad I didn't. We've some of the signals have been a bit far and few between. However, what is popping out is just sensational. We've got an X coin, 2 years off for the key date. 1930 would have been nice. However, this is a 1932 and cracker condition. Maybe not so on the back. Let's have a look. Yeah, not so much on the back. Very pitted and worn. However, that is a great way to be able to display a coin, the back of the coin, and 1932 being able to show the date. So that's really the main side of the coin that I like to suss out and see. So anyway, walk like a weirdo, find number 2. That was awesome. Let's see what else we can find. I will show you quickly, very quickly too, because I keep forgetting every time I have this camera and I flick it off and I remember. I keep forgetting. I'll show you quickly what I mentioned. Ew! Oh dear. There goes me good moccasins. Nah, just joking, they're FXDs. That's all right. Only a bit of cow poo. It's just grass, isn't it? Basically, I'm going to say, before I stood in that cow shit there, look at my footprint in it. Basically, I'll show you what my Uncle Andrew sent through to me there the other day. I'll get that bit of grass off the screen, sorry. Show you what he found there the other day. Basically, he was hunting under an old set of floorboards of a house that he's got there. And I've detected the house, around the house. He removed the kitchen there a while ago. I did go out and film a little bit. However, nothing that made it into a film. So, long story short, he sent me a message there the other day of the house that I've been at before. And he found under the floorboards, he's been ripping up the floorboards lately, and under the floorboards he found a World War II British service medal. Just, you know, like he sent it through to me, he goes, well, what do you reckon of this? Just found under the floorboards. And I said, wow, you're joking, right? That's crazy. So he said, look, if you'd like to come out and have a bit of a go while the floorboards are up, you're most welcome to. So another target, another one we can get to though. That's it, we're staying over this side now. We are having good success now on the coins. Literally for the last 40 minutes we've had bugger all. Here we are now hitting on them, so really, really cool. We're going to stay away from the cow poos. Ooh. And see if we can't dig a few more cool finds. So walking around like a weirdo, find number 3. This is going to be a coin too, I bet. It's very hard. Like all day I've been struggling with the signals. Not struggling, but just really having to second guess every signal. And then you get a clean signal like this come through, and those last 2 signals come through that you heard. And oh, that was close. We nearly got him on the jeans then. Getting a bit excited to dig this coin out. Not even looking where I'm kneeling. We stood in it, now we're going to kneel in it. Basically, that's a very clean signal, so one that you can easily identify as being a coin. Potentially it could be a bottle top too. However, let's hope for a coin, shall we? Oh dear, we've lost him. We may have been digging off there because I didn't pinpoint him again. There he is in the back. Oh, there's cow poo everywhere. It's on the pinpointer now. It's on the pinpointer now. We're going to end up covered. It's on the shovel too. Look at that. We're going to end up covered in it by the end of today. Where am I putting that shovel down? Make sure I'm not putting it all in cow poo. There is our next coin. He was over the back there a little bit. We just missed him. Oh, another cracker condition penny too. I was really hoping, you know, when I sort of had that way, I was nearly thinking it might have been a florin. Pennies and florins are very similar in diameter. Let's have a look what we got, Basil. 19. Oh dear, it's a hard one. 37? 27. I don't know. Just a bloody beautiful looking coin though, especially when they come out of the ground. You know, that coin there is 100 years old. You know, or you know, if it's a little bit later, he's nearly 100 years old. Let's just say he's 100 years old though. I tell you what, I hope I look as good as that in 100 years time. I'm sure I won't. Anyway, awesome. Another good find. Oh, I just stuck that in the pouch. Oh dear, we've got cow poo in the bottom of the pouch now. Oh, it's everywhere. Some cow just exploded out here. It's not a very clean parcel of poo, was it? It's everywhere. Hopefully we didn't sit the detector in it. Righto, let's keep going. Let's avoid the poo. See if we can't have a little bit more luck and a little bit more success walking around like a weirdo. Okay, so you want to hear a really funny story? We were walking like a wild weirdo, just, you know, gridding, or not really gridding, just zigzag walking like crazy down there. We hit on those 3 coins just near where we got the florin there this morning. We left that little area. We walked all the way up to the back there, up to that pile of dead, broken down trees. We then walked down the hill where it flattens out near the water trough there, and then back up the hill, back to near where we found that little dog brooch over that side of the trees. And look, I'm just sort of running a grid, you know, just a really slow grid up to here. And funny story, right? I was sort of going to pack it in for today. I've sort of had enough. And I sort of shot the last, I did shoot the last conclusion video right there, saying no matter what it be, it was a nice high signal, 23, 25, jumping around, hoping it to be a silver. And no matter what it be, though, we were going to switch the camera off and, you know, get home and share and show everything we found today. Well, me being me, I could not help myself. I went from that target there, and the car is technically that away, as you can see. I went from that target there, and I walked in that direction because I need to go back and grab my horseshoe sitting on the post. Well then, when I was shooting that conclusion video really quickly there, I was sort of saying, God, you know, last target, let's hope it be a silver coin. And, you know, turns out it wasn't. Turns out it was just a dirty old bottle top lid. Well then, as I said, walking over here, 15, 16, the lower numbers, which I said, what did I say? We're going to get one today. The higher or the lower content silver, the higher year, the later the year, the lower the silver. So there he is there, our next silver coin. And I mean it this time, this is going to finish us off. I'm even going to turn that detector off straight away. So let's bring him up here. Let's give him a bit of a clean. I can see he's a wheat thrippence. As I said, we are going to turn that detector off. I have had enough. 2 days of swinging that 15-inch coil in a row, and now being out here, it's definitely made the arm hurt. So there he is. I'll try and get myself out of the sun there. We cannot get a date. However, once home, like I said before, clean up and show and share everything coming out today. There he is though. What a cracker. We done it. One big silver, one little silver, and a few pennies in between, and that wonderful little Scottish dog brooch. What I think is a Scottish dog anyway. It's a dog brooch, and what a ripper he is. I cannot wait to get home and clean him up. So that's what we'll do, and we will see you at home with all our finds laid out, ready to give you a look. Okay, so welcome back there, guys. We've got you in the back room, all the finds laid out and ready to take you through a look at what we did. I'm not going to say today either. It was about, what, 4 days ago. I just have not had a chance to clean up and share and shoot the conclusion. So anyway, we're going to basically show a little bit of the trash first. We're going to throw it under the light there. It is a horrible, wet, cold, miserable day out there. A really overcast day. So we're not going to get too much light from outside. We'll use the light inside here. So look, a lot of rusty nails, look, a lot of trash, you know, rubbish, a lot of the lower numbers that we were digging out today. So we did hit on quite a few pull tabs, bits of just, you know, just scrap, alloy and foil and lead, and, you know, all the wonderful items, you know, the common culprits when trying to look for those coins. So, and look, we were, you know, this site has been done once before or twice before by me. However, it's been a good year since I've been detecting there. So I really wanted to venture out the other day and just check it out again and see what we had missed. So I will throw up top left corner there a video, you know, the video there of when I first detected this site. And you'll be able to check out some of the other items that I found, you know, when it was sort of untouched and we first walked through those front gates there. So also the stirrup we've got, starting off with our good finds for the other day. We've got the wonderful old stirrup here, which we found hidden under the trees. To be honest, I don't know how I missed it there prior. However, he is broken, as you can see, just running up through there. Where the leather strapping would have been, and the rest of the foothold there. So awesome stuff, awesome stuff. I just love finding the old stirrups, because you just imagine, I'll go back to this piece, you just imagine, you know, someone would have put their foot in that every single day, you know, harnessed it to the horse and what have you, took off to work or school or down the paddock to, you know, muster the sheep or what have you. I just think they are incredible pieces. So anyway, moving down, we have the old Aussie made cap gun, toy cap gun. And look, these are also a great piece. However, this guy has not survived too well at all, unfortunately. Never mind. Just down there below, though, I did happen to pluck one out of my display case. And you can only just read Aussie written there. He is a little bit hard to read, as opposed to this guy. We'll bring him back in frame. However, a full complete one there down below that I just thought I'd pop out and show exactly what this guy used to look like. So he's not too bad on this side. However, we flip him over, he's a little bit worse for wear on that side. That's the side I don't show. So we'll flip him back over, and this one here below is a great display piece. To be honest, the one up above will probably just get thrown out, I think, or even get put in the drawer with the rest of the cap gun bits and pieces. I've got plenty. So moving, excuse me, moving forward, we've got the 1941 kangaroo penny, the full roo penny, and beside that guy, two hands on the camera, make it a bit steadier, two 1941 half roo penny. I was thinking what I was going to say then. Jumping over past the silver coins, we have the 1917 beautiful, beautiful Commonwealth of Australia penny, and beside that guy, a 1933. Down below, we have one in pretty horrible condition, and there's no way we're going to get a date off him. Beside that guy, though, we've got little 1/2 penny, a 1912, and moving up to the big guy, the 1940, beautiful, beautiful Australian florin. Just amazing. Let's bring him in the light here. I'll steady myself up. We'll have a bit of a look. Look at the detail. And to be honest, walking out in the paddock there, you know, I had no idea that I was even going to, you know, strike on a coin, hit on a coin, let alone for it to be a florin. And that was pretty challenging ground to work out there, you know, very volcanic. So it is quite challenging. You know, you do walk along, you get false signals, and you sort of go back and go, oh, what was that? And it just be nothing, you know, and that was just it. You know, the florin was a very false signal, and then bingo, out popped a beautiful big silver. So 1959, little wheat threepence down below, digging out some of those lower numbers. He come in, I think around a 16 or a 17 from memory. So if we had been digging the 18 to 40, what we normally run, we would have missed him. So next up, and our last piece too, is the beautiful little Scottie dog brooch, playing the bagpipes there. So he is just an extraordinary piece. I'm going to put him back down. Two hands, and look, I've found a lot of brooches over the years, you know, dozens of different design brooches, wonderful different pieces, you know, commemoration pieces or birds or, you know, animal brooches, everything, just everything. The pick and the shovel brooch that I found at the old Cobb & Co. coach stop, I'll throw a picture up top left corner, that would have to be also one of my favourite pieces. But look, this guy, long story short, this guy is up there too, with some of my favourite brooches ever found. I just think he is superb. Such great detail, and such a great little piece, you know, and to even come out intact like that, you know, somewhat 50, 70 years old, like I'm sort of guessing that he would be about 1950s. So to come out, what, 70 years later, to be in excellent condition like that, is just amazing. So anyway, guys, that is about it for us today. You know, a couple of silvers, beautiful little dog brooch, a few more pennies, picking up on some of the items that we had missed, what, a year and a half ago. So awesome stuff. Be sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe button below. We are going to get back out hunting again very soon, and I'd love to see you there, and love to have you join us. So anyway, guys, that is about it, and we will catch you next time. Cheers and happy hunting.